cob has chased all the swans into the distance, but we have one very interesting swan here. This is the swan that's feeding at the side of the bank there. This swan we had originally called no tags. Then the swan was tagged, and so for short we call her NT for now tagged. She does have, she or he, I'm not 100% sure, we've always thought it was a girl. I guess I'm not sure because the bulb on the swan's nose is growing quite a lot now. And I'm not 100% sure what the age of the swan is, but what's extremely interesting about this swan is that the behaviour of this swan is completely different to all other swans. You can see the cob's mate is there. Now the cob is coming, so now the swan will move away, but the behaviour of the swan has always been outstanding and very different compared to other swans. So here the cob's coming, and the swan that we call NT is an extremely intelligent, clever swan, knows how to run rings round not just the cob but also around people. Very relaxed swan, partly because of his or her intelligence levels, so she kind of knows how to outwit the cob, who's here now, who's joining his mate. But again, you can see we have NT by herself, and way in the distance you can see where all the other swans have been chased to by the cob. But none of this affects NT. She has her own behaviours, her own lifestyle, always has had, always runs rings round pretty much everyone and everything, and wins. The swan is also distinctive because all the other swans have very smooth heads. And the swan is a different breed. There isn't another swan here who is of that breed. And you can tell from the eyes. So her eyes are a completely different, they look different. I'm not sure if it's that they're a different shape. I think they are a different shape. You can see down towards the beak that you can see the pink bit of the swan's eye. That's not something you can see with all the other swans. Here they come. They're coming back. So all these other swans, they just have pure black eyes. And this swan is different. But the other thing is the top of her head, the feathers stick up a little bit. So even when you've got all the swans together, we have a lot of swans here. Here we have them coming. We have, I think, 27 at the moment. And when you're looking at them out over the water, you can actually pick this swan out because at the top of her head, she looks completely different, as well as her behaviours being completely different. But one thing's for sure, she's got one up on everyone. You can see there's one of the babies from last year. Today I noticed they're really turning very white. There's two of them there. And yeah, very soon they'll just look like the other swans, I guess.